Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And today we're just going to do a on the bench video. I figured I would, it's Saturday now. The last video I uploaded, sorry, I'm veering off already. The last video I uploaded was the X-Maxx, getting it unboxed and stuff. We're back to the Kraton. I got my batteries in this week. We'll talk about those just briefly. Everyone has seen them. But now I'm able to get into the Kraton and get the ESC updated. So we'll go through that today. There's a few videos of this out already. I've seen it, but I haven't seen one lately to see if it's still the same. It still works the same. So we're going to do that. We use so we got the Spektrum programming card. I've already updated this through the Smart Link through Spektrum on the computer. So they have an app that you put on the computer. Some of the ESCs will not read these right off the get-go if you haven't updated it. So that was my issue. I did plug it in and it told me software required an update. It wouldn't read the ESC. So that tells me the controller, the programming card, sorry, needs to be updated. So I did that, and we're going to see. I haven't hooked it back up to the truck, to the ESC on the Kraton, but we're going to check it out, make sure that you can update it. So what you need this if you want to update your firmware. I think you can, I don't know if you can buy anything different for updating the firmware on your ESCs. I'm not sure. I know that I need this to do it. You connect this to your ESC. Make sure your software is updated on this so it reads your ESC. And then you connect it to your computer through USB on the side. There's a USB plug there. And then it's connected there, type C into the controller, and then USB into your computer. And then you open up your Smart Link, and you can either select your programming card or the ESC. It should read the ESC because we're going to be plugged into the ESC like you normally would to do a programming. So once that's done, you can use this without going onto the computer to change settings within your ESC. You can do it manually too. In the book, it gives you the beeps and all how to do it. But I find these a lot easier. I've had the V2 reader for a while now for other Spektrum Firma ESCs and stuff. So I use that, and we're going to do that. So yeah, I figured we'd just show this just to get another video up and keep the content coming for this summer, because I've been really lacking, guys, and I apologize for that. But kind of been focusing on the bashing here lately, but that's okay. It's new to the channel, and I've got these two new rigs that I want to get out running today. I was hoping to get out. It's windy, it's cloudy, it's spitting and raining a little bit, and we have really bad smoke in the air from the forest fires that's going on in Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba right now, and I guess they're starting in Ontario. So yeah, we've got some bad forest fires going on up here in Canada because we're really dry. We haven't had any rain. Like it's rainy, crappy day today, but it's more wind, cloud cover, smoke cover, and cool than it is rain. It was spitting a little bit this morning when the wife and I went out to grocery shopping, but other than that, it hasn't rained much. Everyone's lawn is suffering, and yeah, it's not good. So we're going to do that. I got the Kraton on the workbench. I've got the batteries sitting here. I picked those up from my local hobby shop yesterday. They came in on Wednesday. I picked them up yesterday. A few other parts for the Max. We'll probably go through that at the end of the video too, I think. Just again, last video was 40-some minutes. Video before that, like I've always said, I don't care how long my videos are. I just upload these for enjoyment and for you guys to see what's going on in my channel, on my channel, and what I'm up to. Just sharing my love for the hobby. So I'll get the camera hopefully on the tripod and high enough for you guys to see what I'm doing, and then hopefully it'll pick up the computer screen. I'm not the big tech guy where I can edit in. I could, but I don't do that. I'll just use the camera to show you the Smart Link and how it works. So we'll get that hooked up. We'll go through the batteries, and the batteries are, well, let me just do that right now. Why don't we just do that right now? Then you're not just staring at a battery. So I got the Genace 4S 6800 mAh 120C batteries with the EC5 connector for the Kraton. I only picked up two. I will probably be getting more. I should have just got the 4 that he had because I've heard good things about him, but like I've said in the previous videos, maybe the first Kraton one, I can't remember, that I have bad luck with Gens Ace. I love their batteries, but I have puffing problems. And these ones are highly recommended for bashing. Sorry, I got my coffee cup in my hand. It's still kind of morning here. Well, 1 o'clock in the afternoon, just about 1. All right, so we got the Gens Ace. I'm going to give them another try. They fit perfect in the Kraton. I had pre-done the battery tray boxes out to 160 mil, because these are 160 millimeter long batteries. They're not too heavy, surprising. They are beastie, but nice 8 gauge wire, like that's heavy duty. Really, really nice. That'll push those amps through there, no problem. I do like the Gens Ace build. I've always had a problem with them puffing. Even when I've put them in storage mode, I come back to them in the spring, and they're puffed. They still work fine. They still take a charge, but they're a little puffy, and I don't know why. I had one that really went bad on me just sitting in storage mode. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was their older versions. Just what I don't know. But I'm hoping these work. I'm a big supporter of Gens Ace to an extent. I've just had bad luck. They're way better than Traxxas, of course. Like, we have those too, right? We've got the Traxxas batteries, the 6700 mAh 35C, and they're bigger. Like, this is a 35C battery, and look at the difference in size. Like, that's almost, what, half an inch? So they're half an inch longer. They're about the same thickness, but they are definitely, sorry guys, I dropped that. I got a little too close there, up and personal. Apologize. But yeah, so they're pretty close that way. Maybe a mil or two, but the length is, and the weight is a big difference. Should probably weigh them. We'll do that maybe later in the video. So there's your difference in length. Just a huge difference. And these are 120C. These are, sorry, yeah, 3C, 50C. Oh, sorry, these are 50C. No, they're 25C. It's a 50C burst. They're 25C. These are 120C. So that's the batteries we got for the Kraton. Just one set for now. 2 4S. So we'll give those a go. I'm sure they're going to be fine. These are the hard case. They're newer semi-hard case style. I do like the build of Gens Ace batteries and stuff. They're very durable. Just that puffing issue. I'm very good with putting my batteries into storage mode when they're not being used. I don't leave them in my trucks. You know how dangerous they are, so I never leave them in my trucks. How dangerous they can be if they're not taken care of properly. So hopefully they'll work out okay. So anyways, guys, let's get to the truck. Let's get this ESC updated. This was the main reason I wanted to do the video, and then we'll look at the Max. We'll just briefly go over what I've added to the Max. I got a few more parts in yesterday, worked on it last night because I was hoping to get it out today, and maybe the Kraton. Those will probably be 2 separate videos, by the way, running each one to get the feel of them. It won't be anything heavy bashing. It won't be any big massive jumping or anything, guys. I got to get used to these vehicles, like I've said before. So we'll just take them out to a park, or I've got a spot where I had the Mini Max. It's a little tight where the Mini Max was. It's good for the Mini Max because it's smaller. These guys are a little bigger, but it might help me get to learn these trucks a little bit more. So, okay, anyways, I'll get the camera set up. It'll be a split second for you guys. I'll get it hopefully where you guys will be able to see anything, and then I can move it to the computer screen, which you all know is right in front of me, and we'll do the update, walk through it. It's very easy as long as you have that V2 box program cart. It's very easy. So give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. We'll get that done. And I've got the phone on again today. I really want to make sure that I'm covering what I should be showing you guys. It's a little hard with the DJI Pocket 2 version 2. It's got a smaller screen, so it's really hard to make sure I'm getting everything in there. The phone allows me to see a little bit better. So give me a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we're back. I think this is a good, as long as I don't bump the tripod. It's kind of sitting right beside me here. But this is pretty good size. So we got the Gens Ace batteries in the tray. I don't have them buckled down. I haven't charged them, so I checked them on the voltage checker, and there's pretty much 3.8 volts per cell. So they came perfectly balanced pretty much. I think one had 3.7 in one of the cells, but they're all good. They come out of the box perfect. They're packaged really nice. I kept the box. Again, I'm one of those box guys. So what you need to do, we'll get into this right away. So you got your card. Okay, and then you need a USB. It comes with a USB cable, your card, when you buy the V2 card. So you got your USB cable here. I've got it plugged into my computer, which is right down here by my knees, over here. So I had to get the Kraton over so I could get it into the shot for you guys. So I think you'll be able to see it, hopefully. Okay, and then in the ESC, right in here, do I have a pointer? Here. I'm gonna use my good trusty MIP 3mm driver. So right in here is the plug that you want to put your programming card into. So it's in between your two motor wires. So it's a bit of a pain to get to, but if you just pull out one of your, oh, those motor plugs are in there good. You can see it right here. Hopefully you guys can see that. Right there. So you got to take that out and then plug in your controller to that. I'm going to need my remote too, just so that I don't have any issues going on here. It's right behind me. When you power everything on. Okay, so yeah, so there's that. So you take get this unplugged, and that is for your fan, power for your fans. I think it powers the fan not just for the, pardon me, not just for the ESC, but powers the fan for your motor. There's a big fan over on your motor. So I think it powers both of those. Okay, then you take your, and your negative is marked on there, and it's, that way is your negative for your control, for your connector. So you just plug that in there. Okay, so the first thing, this is what I did, and when I turned it on, what I got was couldn't read. Software needed updating. So I went and did that already for the controller, just the controller. I did not connect the truck to it yet. Okay, so, and I'm going to power my radio on just so that they connect. You know what I need to do is I need to give the truck power. So we'll get our connectors on for the truck. Batteries connected. Okay. And then you just power it on. And of course you'll have no fan, so right away, Horizon version 2. So it tells you what the software is currently on here, right? So that tells you that the software is 1.0.33. That's the latest version on the Link. Okay, so I think from there it's connecting to ESC software version, mode, running mode. So it's going to cycle through. There we can see that. Okay, but we want to see if there's an update for the ESC. So the next thing you're going to do is, unfortunately, oh yeah, this is going to be a pain in the butt. My cord's a little short. Is actually what we're going to do is get the app going first, I think. So we're connected. I'm just going to power off the truck, and then we'll get to the app. So I'm going to take the camera out of the tripod for a second here. And there's other videos of this. I don't think it has changed. So yeah, I'm going to have to hold the damn camera. This is going to be a pain in the ass. So let me see if I can. I had my camera plugged in there, guys. Just give me a sec. If I can get that up there and raise the camera up a bit. So I've already have the link downloaded. So you open it up, and when you open it up, you get a folder like this. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. I'd like to get you closer, but do I have zoom on this? I think I have zoom on this thing, but anyways, you open up that folder, then you get another folder. It's a Spektrum USB Link version 1.1.1 Horizon Hobby, and then you get a bunch of folders. So you scroll down. Let me get you a little closer. You scroll down till you find the EXE, which is right there, the Spektrum Link, that one right there, and you double click that, and then your link opens up. So this is the program right here. Make sure you guys are seeing that. Okay, so that's the program right there, and then your device list is up here, ESC, LCD, programming box, all that stuff. So now that that's open, we're going to I'm just going to put you back in the tripod for a sec. If I can get you into the damn tripod. There we go. Sorry guys for juggling you around. So now you're going to connect that. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to, I got the Kraton sitting on 2 of its tires on my workbench here. So there, get a little closer. And you plug in your connector, your USB power, and then automatically it's going to start up. And you see it connecting the PC. And if you go, I'll just put that off. You guys can see that it's connecting PC. And then, oh man, this is, I didn't do this very good, guys. I apologize, but this is the best I can do. So then you go back to the app and you select at the top device, and you can select the box and the LCD box. It'll, boom, it's connected to it, and it tells you right here that your latest versions, okay, so latest, your firmware version, which is on the card, on the programming box, is 1.0.33, and then below it, available versions, and it always shows you the newest up top, and it's, this version was the first, I don't know if that's the month, the year, or the month, the day, and the year, but 2025, 0103, everywhere does it differently, what comes first, the month, and that is the latest version. Okay, so we've already done that. So now we've got to, I'm just going to hold on to the camera. Now we've got to turn on the truck. Now that we have it all connected, turn on the ESC, and hopefully it fires itself up here. And then we should be able to go back to the device and select the ESC right at the top there. You see, it drops down. Select the ESC. Yep, it's going to read it. It's updating, or it's reading it. And then you're into it. Okay, so now it went right down to the basics. So mode, it's forward, reverse with brake, drag brake 0%. That's the radio making funny noises. Maybe it's because I've had it on too long. I'm just going to turn it off. We're going to power off the radio right now. Sorry, guys. We don't need that making a bunch of noise. Okay, so 3.6 volt. I think that's a little high. You can go up to 3.7. So we're going to go down to 3.4. I'm happier with 3.4. But actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave that at 3.6. All this I'm going to leave because I want to see if there's an update for the ESC, which I'm probably pretty sure there is. So then we go back up to about firmware upgrade, sorry. Okay, so there's the firmware upgrade on the side. You got your basic to select. So firmware update, the current update is B7.06. Available versions is, see, and I figured as much, B7.08. Okay, so it needs to be updated. So you go back up to the top and you hit upgrade, and it'll start to do its thing, and it'll start updating your ESC automatically. So that's how easy it is. Yeah, you've got to hook it up to the computer to get those firmware updates, but it's really easy. And what you see on the box the whole time, I'm trying to cut out the light, is just connecting PC. When you're connected to the PC, that's what it's going to say. So that's good. That's a good sign that the ESC is reading the box now, I think. Well, it was, and then we'll be able to go in there and make changes just with the box and not through the Spektrum USB link here that we're in right now. But while we're in there, we might as well make those changes once it updates. And it's usually pretty quick. And then at the end, you got to cycle it off, I think, because down at the bottom here, you can apply settings to the ESC. So maybe I don't have to turn it off and that when it finishes the update. It might tell me to. I don't know. We'll see. This is the first time I've done this on this truck to this ESC. But it's very easy, as you can see, very easy. So yeah, I just wanted to give that, going through that on the video. It's been done before. These Kratons have been around a long time. Okay, upgrade, operate, finished. Successfully, go OK. And we're good. So now it kind of kicks you out obviously, and then we go back up, and it looks like it's kicked me out, and we go to ESC. Yeah, I think what I have to do is I have to cycle off, cycle back on again, because it's not reading. So if I go to LCD box, yeah, it's not cycling through anything. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to turn the ESC back off. Okay, and then, geez, I had that sitting in there. Now I can't get it to stay there. There we go. And if that was out of the view, guys, I'm sorry. I got the phone over to my left here, and we're going to cycle it back on. Let it do its thing. And you notice you don't hear a motor, your motor beeps and everything. It's because we're in program mode. So I'm going to go to Device, ESC. For some reason. Why is it? So I'm not getting anywhere here. Let's disconnect. The bottom there, you've got an option to disconnect and then connect. And back up to device. There we go. Just took a minute, I guess. So now we're connecting back up, and there we're back in. And if you go back down to upgrade, you will now see that the firmware version has been updated to 7.08. So we successfully updated the ESC to the latest firmware. So we'll go back up here to basic, and we're going to go back in and review. So drag brake, we're leaving it where it is. Voltage cutoff, I want to go 3.4. Yeah, 3.4 I think is good for me. Your punch is currently at level 6, and you can go up to level 9. Because I'm new to these big rigs, or to 8S power, not the big rigs, but 8S power, I'm going to leave it at level 6 for now, and I'll have the card with me probably every time I go out, and then I can update it through that, and we'll confirm that when we're done here. Max brake force, 50%. I'm going to put that down to 37.5. And max reverse force, we want a little bit more than 25%. We'll go 50. And neutral range, I'm not too worried about. It's 6% narrow. If we go to advanced, this is where you can do your timing, your motor rotation, and BSC voltage. And it's 6.0. We want to go to 8.4 for that servo because it's capable of taking 8.4, so that's changed. And then battery, it automatically knows it's a LiPo. So there we go. You go down to the bottom, you hit apply. It applies those. It'll say settings, send settings to ESC OK, and you're done. That's it. That's how easy it is to update the ESC to the latest firmware, and then make changes right in there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to disconnect on the app, and we're disconnected, and then we're going to disconnect from the PC. We're going to cycle off the ESC, and then we're going to make sure that I can change all these settings in the programming card. Okay, and then that'll be that. We've got her updated. So power on. We got Horizon Hobby. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. The glare isn't too bad. Just move that camera. Try to get it where you guys can see it better. There we go. Okay. Then you just hit select, and it's now connecting. Shows you the software, really brief there. Okay. Running mode, brake is forward brake, and then select, drag brake 0. So we can do everything here. Voltage cutoff is now 3.4 volts. Punch is at level 6, and then if you want to change that, you just hit edit and then change it and then hit save. I'm going to leave it at that. So this is good now that I know that the programming card is being read by the ESC and they're talking to each other. I can do that out when we're running. If I so choose, I want to add a little more punch. So brake changed, max reverse 50%, neutral range is 60%, 8 is your timing, 9 is motor rotation, and your voltage, BEC voltage, and then restore default. So we're good to go. That's how easy it is. You just power off and we're set. So you unplug your card. It's probably going to be a bit of a pain. Plug back in your fans. It's probably going to be a bit of a pain pulling out that motor wire and stuff, but it's not too bad. It is a tight motor wire in there. Just make sure you don't pinch that cable. Once you get that back in there, make sure that you've got your negative over to the center of the rig for your fans. And I'm going to turn the radio on because we'll turn the truck back on. Just make sure the fans are working. I got it in there right just to show you that. And the fans are working. And there's your motor bings. Checks the servo. And we're good to go. And the radio tells me we're good to go. So there we go. We're all set. We got power, forward, reverse, 8.4 volt steering. Bob's your uncle. So there we go, guys. That's how easy it is to update that. I'm just going to pull you out of the thing and show you the battery sitting in the trays. So that is a perfect fit. Like, you can't get any better than that. I went right to the 160 mark. The nice thing about the new Kratons, and I think this is on the Outcast too, is they got it marked back here. So I went to the 160 mark and it's in there perfect. I just didn't strap them in. So guys, we're good to go. The Kraton is ready to roll. We're updated. We got everything tuned the way we want it to tune. So that is freaking awesome. So I'm going to undo the batteries and I'll put you back in here. Sorry for moving you around. And I did not charge those yet, so I just used the voltage that was in there because they were still at 3.8. So there was lots of voltage in there. Love those batteries. So far, for size wise, they fit perfect in the Kraton. They're not too heavy. Let me grab the scale. Let's weigh these like we said we were going to. Give me a sec. I'm going to grab my scale. I really need to put that in a better place. I got it hidden underneath the SCX6 here in the corner, and I've got other things in front of it. And oh yeah, it's just a mess, guys. My shop's becoming a mess. The boys on YouTube bother me and tease me about how clean I am. Well, things aren't so clean right now. Okay, so I'm going to move you back. Actually, what I'll do is I'll bring you down. There we go. Hopefully you guys will see that. I'll kind of, it's my lighting in here is not so great. I got 4 big in-panel drop ceiling lights on top of me, and it gives a glare, and I apologize for that. So okay, so we're going to zero out. We'll go to, well, we'll keep it in pounds because they're big batteries. So we're going to put one on. Hopefully, there we go. 1.391 pounds. So almost 1.4 pounds. Let's see how close each one is. Ooh, that one's a little lighter. Now let's make sure it's all on there. No, 1.39 pounds. 1.39.6 right there. 1.39.6. So almost 1.4. We do them both. We're at, sorry, 2.787, so 2.8 pounds. That's pretty good. That's not bad. Let's check out the Traxxas because I know these are going to be heavier. Yeah, 1.43, so not much heavier, but heavier. And 2.8, so point of a pound, like heavier. These are almost 2.9 pounds, and those are 2.7 pretty much. So a little heavier. So the size difference does show the weight difference. That's pretty cool. Yeah, so that's that. Okay. What else were we going to talk about? We were going to go over the X-Maxx, just the parts that I've put on this week. We can briefly do that. Give me a second and I will come back with the X-Maxx, which is on a stand right beside me, and we'll go through that. Give me a sec. I got to pull the body off. Okay, so here's the X-Maxx. So we won't do this we won't make this very freaking long, guys. I just did a few upgrades. We've got the aluminum shock caps installed. that we saw on the unboxing video. So they're installed. The oil was really good in each shock, actually. I was very surprised. It was topped up right to the top, really good. We've got the steering all installed with the steering servo horn, and I tested it all out. We're good. So everything in there is now upgraded. And again, I just kept the stock spring. I did not buy the spring kit, the heavier duty spring kit, because I haven't changed the servo out to a heavier duty servo. So we kept that in there. Easy to do, not too bad. I took the front clip off. I could have done a video on it. So all this, you take like 4 or 5 screws out and the whole front clip comes off, and it was easy to get in there and get that done. So that is all done. And yesterday, I'm hoping I can spin this on this side of the counter. We're just going to move it closer to us without hitting anything. And we did the diffs. So yesterday we got the diff covers in, the aluminum diff covers. So we changed those out, but at the same time I pulled the diffs and got rid of the stock grease that's on the outside of the diff on the main gear. So there's a better shot, not so bright for you guys. Those are pretty sweet looking though. So those are installed. Pulled the diffs, opened them up, and they were low on fluid. So I did up them. They come stock. I think it's 10,000. It was 10,000 in the front, or 30,000 in the front. I can't remember. There's 30,000 in one of them and 10,000 in the other. I think 10,000 in the front, 30,000 in the rear. So I do have those weights from Traxxas here. So I upped them. I just filled them up, put them all back together, install them, put the caps on. Very easy to get to. All you got to do is take the front bumper off, 2 bolts up here on the front bumper, 2 bolts, 1 on each side. Then you pull the 4 that hold the skid plate, and this whole piece comes right off. And then you just 5 bolts, 2 on each side and 1 right down here. That's why you got to get the bumper off. There's a bolt right in here, and it just slides out, and there's your diff. So clean them all up, got all the factory green kind of yellowish grease off, and when I put them all back together, I filled them all back up with Cal RC. So we got the Cal RC udder butter in there now. I also got the pin retainers for the upper arms, so you can see them there, the anodized. They come with plastic. They're now, I only got 1 set. I don't know what I was thinking. I should have ordered more, because there is the pin retainers on your cups in the front. So there's 1 there, and there's 1 right here. So God, this thing doesn't focus well, eh? So there's 1 right there. So I needed another 2 for there, and in the back it's the same, just at the top, but there is no pin retainers, and of course they're right there. So that's where the pin retainers are for your upper A arms. They don't have them for the lower. It's just a screw holding them in there. Like, these are sticking out a little bit, so this has a little bit of a cup. I should have kept the stock ones for you guys to see. But yeah, so there's a rear diff cover. It's on there too. Did the same thing to the rear diff. Pulled the center diff earlier in the week. And got that all looked at and made sure everything was good in there, and my mesh was good. So everything's good. It's ready to go. Just got to charge batteries. So yeah, that is about it. We got the big X-Maxx ready to roll, and now we have the Kraton ready to roll. We just got to charge some batteries and get a half decent day when I can go out. Tomorrow's supposed to be better, so I'm hoping to get at least one of these out tomorrow. I'm not sure which one I'll go. I really like this Kraton. I don't know which one, guys. I really don't. Let me get the camera on me. Sorry, gotta grab my phone so I can make sure I'm getting me. Not quite yet. There we go. So yeah, guys, so that's the week. I didn't have a lot of time this week to do much with work and everything, so we worked on it in the evenings. That's better. We got it done on the evenings, and yeah, that's where we're at. So they're ready to go, basically. I just got to get the batteries charged and the GoPros charged and all set up to do their first familiarization run, is what I'm going to call it. So I need to get familiar with both these rigs. Like I said, I won't be bashing them hard, but anyways, guys, I just wanted to do a quick video and show you how to update your firmware on your Spektrum ESCs for your Kratons, your Outcasts. It's the same for all of them. Anything that's got a Smart Firmware ESC. You use the Smart Link and your card, and it's easy peasy. So that went smoother than I was thinking it might go. So yeah, awesome. Thanks for watching. Not sure when the next video will be, but hopefully it'll be recording tomorrow and get some video of these running. Again, if you're expecting a high flying bashing, it's not going to happen. I want to get out and give them some speed running, familiarization with the trucks, get used to them, get used to the power, see if I can get some wheelies out of them. Just get used to it, right? Like, it's new to me again. It's been a long time since I bashed. So that's the plan. And those videos of each, I'll do them separate probably, will be posted when I get them done. And hopefully by mid next week, if I can get out tomorrow, we'll have a video up of one of these big bad boys out for my Fimil run. Maybe both. We'll see. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for the subscribers and everyone for hitting that like button. And if you just dropping by and you're not a subscriber, please consider. It's free, costs you nothing, and means everything to me. It's a good thing to keep the community going and help these small channels out. I'm not the only small channel out there, but I haven't been posting a lot, so I apologize again for that, especially for my current subscribers and the new ones. We're going to have more crawling. Don't worry. I said that in the last video. I haven't given up on the crawling. I've got a lot of them back there. Like, they're not going anywhere. I'm not selling any of them. It's just I wanted to change. I needed a change. I wanted to change for the channel. I wanted to change for me to get out and just get some speed and play around a little bit more than crawling. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Share it out. All I can tell you is I'm so looking forward to getting these. Leave me a comment. Let me know any upgrades that you've done to your Kraton, the 8S, the XB 8S. This is the RTR version, of course. Let me know. Same as the X-Maxx. Let me know. I think I'm pretty close to upgrading what I'm going to upgrade on that. I don't know. I've got the gear cover coming, so that's on back order, but it'll be coming. Other than that, I think we're going to run it the way it is and see how it does, and then we'll go from there. Maybe the wide max kit is next for it. We'll see. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I will stop babbling. I will stop mumbling away. I just enjoy talking with you guys and sharing how excited I am about getting these. Hopefully the Gens Ace batteries work out. If they do, I'll buy another set of them. It'll be good, but getting out there and running one pack, things will be hot. You're going to want one set of batteries is going to, you want to let things cool down. I'm all about getting as much run time as I can and video time as I can. But I think with the one set of batteries on the first run will be good. So anyways, guys, I'm going to stop babbling, like I said. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing to all those subscribers. And always keep the wheels to the ground. Everybody stay safe, and we'll see you at the next one. Cheers.